Well, hello, friends. Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo, as well as Joe Bear in the house. And as always, I want to thank you guys for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally, I mean literally, does not work. It doesn't work. It really just doesn't work without you guys. Louise, how are you doing, man? It's a rough day, man. It's a rough day. But you know what? No matter what kind of day it is, as long as we're here for it, it's a good day. So let's get open for business here, and let's wake up the football gods. Wake up, guys. Wake up. Okay. Forgive me. But I got. Hold on. Sorry. My nose was itching, man. Oh crap. Hold on. Let me switch cameras. Every time I do my live stream, this camera acts up. I don't know what it is, but hold up. I have to switch the settings on it. I apologize, guys. It's my Mevo camera, and it just does. It has a mind of its own. Um, Let me give a shout out to Jose, to Brandy, to Farah, Devin Frost, Perry Locke, Derek Young, Brian SoCal. Brian, I love the Brian, I love the butt. Here's what I need though, Brian. Um, I need to convert the background so it's a negative background, so that way it doesn't show up. I don't know if you. I don't think you did that for me last time. I think I had. Keep saying don't touch your face, and my nose itches. Sorry, um, but I need a negative background because if I do with the background that's on there, it'll be a white spot around on it. So if you can do that, let me know. If not, I've got to see if I can find the guy who did it for me before. So everybody, how are you doing today? How are you making it out? Dark video? It's dark. It's dark. Well, it's all this stuff in here. I need to change up. I need to do more lighting differently because of the TV. And sometimes when I wear a different shirt, it changes the color of it as well. So I got to work on that. And I didn't. It's been a long day. It's been a rough day and stuff. So I didn't actually get my side cameras and stuff going on here. But listen to me, please. Please. Let me talk to you, brothers. Listen to me. Maybe, just maybe, all this stuff is not real. Okay? Maybe. But if it is, we need to make sure we're ready. That means make sure you keep your ass at home, please.
Hey, Sean Payton survived.
He survived, yes. But you know who might not? There's a lot of people who might not.
I know, but that's a good sign. That's a good.
Okay, yes. And nobody said it's going to kill everybody. Nobody ever said that. But see, if you're one of the ones that it kills, if you're one of the ones that's like me, that's got some heart issues and things that almost died from a strep A infection, you might be a little concerned. If you're 80 years old, if you're 80 years old, you might be a little. And I want you to know, of the people hospitalized, 45% of them are between the ages of 20 and 54. So I'm right on the tail end of that 54. So also, I'm in the middle of the top of that group, and then I'm on the old age and issues.
But see, the problem with a lot of them, though, is they don't heed the warning.
That's what. Thank you.
I'm just saying that Sean Payton survived is good, but he still need to read the warning.
Well, you know what Sean Payton has that a lot of us don't? He got that paper. He got that paper so that way he could go ahead and get tested. He can get the best of care. He ain't got to worry about his bills. But my broke ass, I got to worry about it, okay? I can't get that kind of treatment. So please, keep your ass at home. Just keep it at home, okay? So that way we can get this thing done. My man Jet D, He was telling me about the New York Times. He said he's been following the New York Times. You can actually get it for free to keep up with all the stuff, and you can track it. And I was like, oh, this is cool. So let me look at this thing. And I looked at this thing, and you see the dark red between New York, Pennsylvania, and like D.C., Maryland. And right, I'm just like, damn, I'm smack dab in the middle of this shit. Thank you, Jet. I appreciate that. You know what? I think I'm going to come to your house and hang out at that apartment basement unit that you have. How about that? Because it didn't look so bad there. So, let's back this camera up off of me because I don't want to scare nobody. In case you have been under a rock, today, one of our Dallas Cowboys greats, a guy who you would have thought would have been great to have a storybook ending because of, you could almost see it like an NFL story. You know, here it was, Travis Fredrick drafted in the first round. The Cowboys moved back to take a center. He ends up being an all-pro. And then, boom, taken down at the pinnacle of his career with the Guillain-Barré syndrome. Out for a year. Doesn't know if he's going to be paralyzed, need to be hospitalized. But he fights his way back. He gets back on the field. He becomes an all-pro. And then wins the Super Bowl. Oh. We didn't finish the story, did we? Because we had Jason Garrett. That's right. But could you imagine how good that story would have been? How great of a story.
Stuart Morrison, thank you. Hashtag keep your ass at home.
Best wishes to Travis Fredrick. Evening, Mark. Michael Anthony Fitness. How you doing?
Aaron Stanley, what's up, man?
What are we going to... now we're getting linemen? Damn.
Randy Sykes. Randy Sykes. Thank you very much.
Randy, your stuff is coming too. We're putting it in the mail tomorrow. I had to build a box, Randy. I literally had to take 3 boxes and build the box big enough for that thing. I'm serious. I'm serious. It's 3 boxes, but it's coming your way. Now the draft has to change to center instead of defense. No, actually, here's the thing. Hold up. Okay. Joe Looney started for a year. Joe Looney, first real action and stuff as a center, he didn't do bad. It was great that we had Travis Fredrick still being the general on the side of the field, helping to direct traffic and things. And Joe Looney learned a lot. Joe Looney, I will imagine, will step into that starting role. But it is conceivable that the governor, Connor McGoven, could, and I say could, end up being center. He's a guard center. So you may see a camp battle between those 2 guys right there. Okay? He wasn't terrible. But you got to understand that was his first year. He's gotten a little bit bigger. He's gotten a little bit stronger. And he's also learned a few things. The game that I remember that was terrible was really the Rams game. And Ndamukong Suh basically threw him all over the place. But, you know, there are a lot worse centers out there than Joe Looney. Now, here's the thing. There's a lot of things they can still do. They can look in the draft. I won't say in the first round. I still think defensive line, and this is where it's more important that we do get, you know, some snacks. Okay, we need some snacks for Joe Looney, but we need some snacks, or we need Poe, because then that kind of takes some of the pressure at least off the defensive line. Maybe you get snacks and Harrison. Now here's the good thing, at least, or well, I don't know if there's anything good about today. Damn, Super Chat's blowing up.
Carlos Edward, thank you very much, Super Chat. Dave Valdery, thank you very much. Connor McGoven was drafted for this, so just relax.
There you go. He said, relax. Just relax. Be cool. Be cool. We gonna be okay. All right? We got capable people. Now, this makes you think that, damn, maybe we should have kept Cam Fleming or Ciafallo. because then you'd have one more person in rotation. But I'm okay. I'm okay with this. And I like the fact that we have actually gone through because we got Clinton Dix for $4 million. We got a safety for $4 million. We got Gerald McCoy for $6 million. We hopefully will get Snacks or we will get Poe for maybe about $6 million or so each. We've taken care of most of the positions. I still think we got to address cornerback a little bit more. But we're not in dire straits that we were going into free agency. So be cool. Like my man said, be cool. Mark, look, we are truly losing a lot of good players. Well, I'm going to say good players didn't always start out as good players. You know what I mean? Until a guy gets a chance to play and step up, you don't know that he's a good player. Dak Prescott wasn't a good player until he actually got on the field and actually played. Right? So a lot of times you have somebody that you don't expect. Jerry Jones, breaking news, owner, manager, and now player. Okay, we've heard all that one. But Jerry Jones, let me see if I can pull it up. This whole thing was a complete shock to me today. I'm just like, it's just unbelievable. Because I had a different plan for tonight's show, and it wasn't that we were going to be talking about Travis Fredrick retiring. I'm still curious on one thing on Travis Fredrick retiring. Jerry Jones on Travis Fredrick retiring. For the rest of his life, when his name is mentioned in the same sentence with the Dallas Cowboys, he will be lifting the standards of excellence and esteem and has characterized the history of our proud franchise. I have to agree with that.
Dylan Pratt. Thank you very much for the super chat.
Hey, Mark, sorry I've been a bit absent trying to recover, keeping my arse at home. Thank you very much for keeping your arse at home. Hopefully you're not recovering from something really bad. I hope you're okay, man. But we're great. We understand, man. There's not always time for Joe Boo Sports, but one thing you can count on. As long as there is a breath in this mouth, I will be on here on the YouTube, okay? Come hell or high water, we gonna be here. I'm shocked suddenly center of the draft. See, here's the thing now. Typically, you can get good offensive linemen in the second, third round. I still say what you're doing right now in the draft is you're still looking at best player available. Right now, I still believe you need to work on the defense more than the offense. Center's going to hurt, but if Connor Williams comes back healthy, you look what Lyle Collins did. Zach Martin's a beast. Tyron Smith is going to miss about 3 games. Center would be kind of the new position or the weak spot. That's not quite as bad. How am I feeling, Anthony? I appreciate you asking. Dylan Pratt, man, much love and respect to you too. Purge Squad, what's up, Cowboys Nation? You know what? Get your shot glass out. Because let's pour one for Travis Fredrick here, okay? I woke up on this side of the earth, and my philosophy is any day I wake up is going to be a good day. Trade Dak for Cam. Larry. I don't want to say you don't know what you're talking about. But Larry, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, dude. First of all, you can't trade Dak Prescott unless he signs the franchise tag. He ain't going to sign the franchise tag so you can trade him. It's not going to happen. Second thing, when was the last time that Cam Newton stayed healthy? Seriously? So we lose the center and you say trade for Cam Newton. Why? I'm not going to let you. I'm not going to let you off. Lock 4 reports Cowboys had a bad offseason. Well, hold up. First thing, I at least say that's a good thing. Because when you're the offseason champion, generally speaking, you don't do real good. Because, of course, They don't know what the rat's ass they're talking about. I mean, seriously. How many times we heard the Washington Redskins, they got to be much better. They're going to be a great team this year. Only to fall flat on their face. You know, I got to tell you, because this is where I'm told I'm a hater, right? Okay? In 2016, after the Giants beat us twice, and shout out, sorry, my nose is just itching, okay? Shout out to the Giants. You know, that was your last hurrah, was beating the Dallas Cowboys twice in 2016. In the offseason, they signed Brandon Marshall, right? The expert, guys like Jason Lockett-Ford. Oh my God! They signed Brandon Marshall to go with Odell Beckham Jr. and damn. Can't remember their other wide receiver. Those three guys, that's an incredible amount of firepower with two-time Super Bowl MVP Eli Manning. They're going to be unstoppable. And I kind of said, that offensive line sucks. Eli Manning is a turnover machine. I said, you know, you already had two good receivers and you couldn't get the ball to those two guys. And I said, you're going to get Brandon Marshall out there. I said, you're going to have issues because everybody going to want the ball. You had Sim's son talking about, oh, they're Super Bowl favorites. Super Bowl favorite, man, they're going to be great. Yeah. And you know what? They blew up. How many times have we seen the Washington Redskins sign an Albert Hainsworth or a Donovan McNabb or an Alex Smith? Oh my God, the Washington Redskins, they had a great offseason. They are favorites to win the division, only to go, right? And you know what always happens to my Dallas Cowboys? I hate to say this, but it seems like it's always true. You remember when Aaron frickin' Rodgers and Mike McCarthy came to Dallas and won the Super Bowl in our house? You know what was funny was what they were talking about in the off season. They said, oh my God, the Dallas Cowboys, great team last year. They could be the first team to host a Super Bowl and play in it. You know what happened to that season when the expectations were there? How about 2014? Damn, the Cowboys, no catch away from making it to the NFC title game. That team, oh man, they're built the right way. They're going to do great things, right? What happened to us? 4-12. How about the Eagles? Because I'm sure I got some Eagle trolls. What? There's Brandon Marsh. Wait. Hold it. There's Eagles. Eagle. How you guys doing tonight? I know Philly 500 texted me and said the Eagles are having a better off season than the Dallas Cowboys. And I said, yeah, but you every time the Dallas Cowboys are expected to do well, we fall on our fucking face. I don't know. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense, but whenever the expectation for the Dallas Cowboys are to be there, we don't do good. When Tony Romo went down in 2016, what did you guys think was going to happen? You guys think that we were going to go 13-3? I didn't think we were going 13-3. I thought we'd be okay. I said to Benet Emery show, because that's when I used to be on the Benet Emery show, I said, Benet, don't worry. I said, you got a good offensive line. I said, Dak, he can do some things with his legs. He's going to be okay. I didn't think it was going to be 13-3 okay. I didn't think we'd go toe-to-toe with Aaron frickin' Rodgers. Language, Mark. I'm sorry. I forgot. I shout out. I'm sorry, kids. I'm sorry, kids, and all the lovely ladies, because I know Tamira's here. I think Miss Jackie's here and all that. Q. How you doing? Anthony Martin, how you doing? Big C from Tennessee. From Tennessee, okay. Roger S. Cowboys Nation 1971. Dan the Man Cunningham. Chris Miller, superstar status. Man, I love the video of the Shingles literally blundering the game away on Sunday Night Football last year. Oh, you know that's how we do it here. 111, right, it was great. But the expectations weren't there. And then Tierra, what happened in 2017? They looked and they said, oh my God, the Dallas Cowboys, best built team in football, right? They got a young stud running back, Zeke Elliott, Dak Prescott, Rookie of the Year. And we blew up. Somebody put Mark in timeout, please. Wait a minute. Hold up. You can't put me in timeout, man. You can't put me in timeout.
23-hour lockdown. I'm the man up in this piece. King Kong ain't got shit on me.
Colin, listen. Step back off the ledge. Go back inside the window, okay? Because first of all, you need to keep your ass at home. Keep it at home. Keep it at home. Get your ass back inside, okay? We're going to be okay. Roger, we don't know if it is or isn't. So until that happens, we got plenty of time. Okay? So don't start saying, if it does, it does. But we'll deal with that in due time, my man, okay? All right? In the meantime, if you keep your ass at home, we won't be spreading this thing and catching this thing and spreading it some more, and we'll have the season. So if you want a season, what do you got to do, everybody? What do you have to do? Keep your ass at home. I just need to get a whole meme for that whole thing. Keep your ass at home. Okay. What do you think of the new Rams logo? Actually, I did not. I thought maybe did I see it? Did you see the new Rams logo? Okay. I think I saw it. I wasn't that impressed. It looked better than the Jets Power Rangers shit that they had, but don't forget 2007 was. Oh yeah. Well, Daniel, you can't. Oh, but see, Daniel, Daniel, you can't bring up the 2007 season because Tony Romo never had anybody around him. Shh. You'll get some hate. You'll get hate. Jedico, is that Jedico? What is that? Estrada. Jedico Estrada. Okay? That's right. Keep your ass at home. Keep it at home. I'm trying to show it. Sit your ass down. Sit your ass down. Actually, I need to see if I can modify Charles Haley saying, sit your ass down. Because that would be perfect. Make that into a meme. We just go through and go.
Sit your ass.
What's that, Mike?
Put on shot glass.
Well, I'm working on it because my man Brian SoCal.
Put on shot glass. Sit your ass.
Big C from Tennessee. Thank you for becoming
Becoming a member, man. Send me
your information to cowboysmark94@gmail.
Let me put that up here. Bam. Bam, just like that. And also over here, my man from Megabytes, Derek. He's actually going to be working. He's working right now, as we speak, right now, in Florida. He's working on my website. He's like, dude. He's like, who did your website, man? He's like, was it a second grader? Was it a second grader? I was like, that was me. He's like, oh. He's like, it needs some help. So they're going to be building a new website for me so that way we have our shot glasses and our stuff, and we'll have all our information. Who y'all drafting with the first pick? Brandon. That's a good question. I think a lot will depend on if we end up signing Snacks Harrison or DeMontre Poe. I think what we're going to be doing is we're going to be looking at the best player available. Now, interestingly enough, the last time we were at the 17th spot, anybody know? Anybody know where last time we were actually drafting 17th? The last time we were 17th in the draft was 2013 when we drafted. I think it was 2013. Was it 2013? I think it was 2013 when we drafted Travis Fredrick. And what we did with that draft pick was we took it and we traded with San Francisco for their 31st pick and their pick in the 3rd round. And we took Travis Fredrick. And we also ended up getting, Terrence Williams. So, if there is not a guy that really knocks your socks off, that really just says, wow, I could see the Dallas Cowboys moving back and trying to pick up some picks. Damn, that's old. What's old? What's old? Damn, Ryan Kirk. What's old? Cowboy 1971 Tierra. I never said that. What's up, Purge Squad Tierra? Mike J. What's up, Mike? Did you got the message on fixing that deck, right? You need some joist hangers and some Trico nails. Okay. See, that's poor construction. That there's no way that shit passed code, man. I'm telling you, you got to have joist hangers. And take some pictures of that and send it to me because that's one of those ones. What not to do.
Does he live in Puerto Rico?
No.
Randy Sykes, thank you very much for the super chat. Do we sign Dorsett?
Dorsett from New England? That's a good question because he could probably be pretty cheap. You're looking at him probably about $2.5 million at most. He could be a guy that could definitely play for us in the slot. So, yeah, that's a possibility. Definitely a guy they're looking at. Bird Gang for like, y'all ain't going to the Super Bowl for a long time. Oh, back to expectations. You remember after the Eagles won the Super Bowl, you remember what they said? Philadelphia Eagles, best built team in football. Best quarterback situation. They've got, of course, a Super Bowl MVP. And they've got, Carson Wentz. They are just incredible. They're going to be back-to-back champions and everything else. And what happened to them? What happened? Well, now I haven't seen your sources on Poe. I know the Cowboys were definitely deeply in on signing him, and I would not be mad with that. He's not the beast that he was in like 2014 and things like that, or when he was in Atlanta. But he's still a really good player. See, you guys know. You guys know that I would like some Poe. You guys know I'd like some Poe. Because, see, first of all, the name's perfect. Poe. Poe. We Poe. Because when you think of being a nose guard, nose tackle is the popular way to do that. Nose tackle. Okay? It's really a nose frickin' guard because that's what we were, okay? That's what we were back in my day, okay? And I'm still crazy because of it. I have wanted a fat guy. Oh, and Poe, he a fat guy? Poe's a fat guy? Poe is a fat guy. About 350. 350. And when you think of Poe, you think of poor. And see, poor, that fits the center. I mean, a nose guard. You're a poor man. You're not like the sports cars, the linebackers, or the wide receivers getting all that money. You're a nose tackle doing the dirty work. You know what I'm saying? You are like the garbage collector. You the Poe man. You're the guy that is freaking key. Yeah, Jose, I said that earlier too because see, actually, I think this means we're switching defense. I mean, for me, we're going to be playing multiple defenses, but we're eventually going to get back to a 3-4, okay, which is basically a 5-man front, okay? But I agree with you because the nose tackle, they call them nose tackles, they're actually lined up on the guards in our base defense right now. They're lined up over the guards. They're not lined up over the tackles. Now, in the 30 defense, they are lined up over the tackles. But then you got what should be a nose center, you would think, because he's lined up over the center. Or they'll say he's a one technique. He's a one technique. Either way, he can rush the passer, but see, Daniel, that's not really. He can push the pocket. He's not going to get a lot of sacks. He got 4 sacks in 11 games, which from a nose guard, nose tackle. I'm sorry, I keep flipping the switch. We haven't had a nose tackle that's a one technique in a long time, a real true one. And that's where I keep reverting back to nose guard. Sorry. But it's the guy lining up over the center. He's going to shade a little to the left, he's going to shade a little to the right, or he's going to line head up. But every freaking play, he's going to be down and dirty. He's going to be in the face of the center. He's going to be trying to push the pocket. He's going to be trying to slow down the guards and keeping them from hitting. Oh, there goes that camera again. Damn it. Damn it, Mevo. Damn you, Mevo. Hold on. I don't know why there's no sun up in the sky. Stormy weather. Okay. I apologize on that, guys, but I've got some camera issues on that. McCoy is a 3 technique. Yeah, he is. And that's where you look at now, we've got some beef. But he can also play on the edge. And now you're also talking about, too, that we can get Randy Gregory. He's going to apply for reinstatement. His cap hit for us has been like $90,000 because he's suspended. So he's been dirt cheap. We own his rights, and you can see him in the rotation. So what that leaves us with, right now we still have Tyrone Crawford coming back from 2 hip operations, but he's been a team leader. He's been a guy who's been able to do some dirty work and stuff. Still a little bit light in the ass, but still a good player. So you got D-Law on one side. You can have McCoy on the outside, or you can have Randy Gregory on the outside, okay? Which are technically not defensive end, they're outside linebackers, which is really stupid because they're really not linebackers in the sense of, you think of Sean Lee being in the middle and covering the pass. They're really edge rushers, okay? But they're called outside linebackers, okay? Charles Haley was an outside linebacker, but you see he was really more like a defensive end. You follow me on that? Okay, you follow me? Now, at JMU, sometimes he did actually play the Mike and the Spike. Okay, we had the Spike, which was the strong side linebacker because we were the Dukes, okay? So we had everything was the terminology of a dog, okay? So we had the Will and we had the Duke. I'm sorry, we had the Duke and we had the Spike, okay? The strong side and the Will. Okay, anyway, I'm just having flashbacks from my college days. Don't be mad at me. It was like 30 years ago. Philadelphia, why don't you go ahead and ask Philly 500 for that video, okay? He can play that on his channel. On my channel, where I am, I play this one, okay? You don't like Eagle fans, keep talking, keep running, but keep pounding your chest. You guys are feeling yourselves. I got that. Okay, you are division champs. I get that. Okay, congratulations, man, because you guys are the shit. Okay, you guys are so great. Okay.
Does anybody know? Did anybody just watch? Am I the only person? Do I speak dog?
Yes, you do.
Rough, mother humper. Rough, mother humper. Rough, rough, mother humper. Rough, mother humper. Rough, mother humper.
Yeah,
I mean,
this is where I was saying earlier.
What is Carr supposed to do? Ertz
Okay,
dropped the
should have
ball in
set
the
that
end
field goal
zone.
earlier. Now the only thing.
You blame Aguilar for that loss? Oh, okay. Doesn't matter. You lost, okay? You got us the second game. We got you the first game. We got you twice last year, okay? Come on, man. We'll see what we're going to see next year, okay? We'll see what we're going to see. Next year, you guys, you don't have a pick quite as high, which means all your picks are lowercase, okay? Lower. You got a tougher schedule by a couple of games, okay? We'll see what we're going to see, okay? And you got a quarterback who can't finish the season. We have to find a way to replace 11.5 sacks. Well, hopefully, I tell you what. One thing I was there was one thing I was happy about, and I was kind of like careful about yesterday. Shout out to D-Law and the Hot Boys for donating meals to first responders. Shout out on that one, but you were a little close. You weren't keeping that social distance. That was not 6 feet. It's not 6 feet. Everybody needs to make sure they. Oh man, now we got Ed Oliver in the house. Oh damn. Now we got the Redskin. I need to get some Redskin highlights in here or lowlights, just for you, Ed. How you doing, Ed? Ed, just around the corner from us, man. Ed, I hope you are keeping your ass at home, man. This coronavirus ain't no joke. A little off topic here, but today was the first day that I went out. Okay, I haven't been out since last Wednesday, and I went to the grocery store, right? And I was doing my thing. I had my rubber gloves on there. Had my bleach wipe where I wiped off the handle and everything else. I went in. I grabbed what I needed, put it in the cart. Okay. And I got in line, okay? The woman in front of me, I let her put all her groceries up there. I kept my 6 feet, right? And so I pushed my cart up. I started putting my stuff on the counter. And don't you know, this woman who's behind me in line, I felt like she was in my back pocket. She reaches around me to grab the divider. I'm like, hey, the fuck? 6 feet. Back up. Get up off me. Get up off me. Okay? Back up. Chris, you know what? It certainly isn't helping our economy. But I tell you what, though. Not to get into this because we're talking about football, but here's what I think is going to happen, though. If we do continue to go through what we're going through right now, there's a couple of amazing things that are actually happening. My daughter, who's out in California, she sent me some pictures from outside, and it was like blue skies, and it was no smog. Take a look at Lake Mead right now. Look at water level on Lake Mead. Lake Mead, since the last 2 weeks, have gotten like 4 feet more of water. Usually this time of year, the water level is going down. Right now, Lake Mead is filling up. Maybe, just maybe, this situation will get us to all work together and come up with solutions that make things better. Maybe more people will start working from home. In which case, if you're a guy like me that does construction work, people are going to say, you know what, I need a home office built. People will say, you know what, I'm going to use the internet more, so I need a bigger media room. So we'll do that kind of construction. You know, people have been pent up for a long time, and they're going to want to go on vacation. I think what you'll see happen is, yeah, it's going to be a big hiccup. But all of a sudden, you're going to see once it gets over with, it's going to pick up real quick again. I believe that in my heart. The one statue looks like a Napoleon Dynamite. Oh, damn. Donnell, how you doing, man? Eagle, oh man, Silver Fever. Oh, okay. So we're now short an offensive lineman, so we now need to replace him if we don't think Joe Looney or Connor McGoven can do it. But I have a real question for it, and I'm going to see if I can. Did I save this? All right, so here's where we are right now. Here's an amazing thing that happened to us. We heard so much doom and gloom about what was going to happen to the Cowboys if the Cowboys paid Dak. You can't pay Dak. He's got to take a team-friendly deal, or else you're going to have to gut the team. So currently, as we stand right here, this is what we have in cap space. $24,131,719. And that's with us having the third highest cap hit in the NFL because we've got our quarterback playing on a franchise tag. If and when they go ahead and do his contract, that number will probably drop down to about 22 for a cap hit for this year. That gives you about $8 million more. So if you add that $8 million to the 2024, you still got $31 million. And you got Amari Cooper signed. You've got Jalen Smith signed. You've got Lyle Collins, tied up. You got Zach Martin. You've got Tyron Smith locked up. And Lord knows you got Amari Cooper and DeMarcus Lawrence. So you then brought in Gerald McCoy. And you'll probably get Snacks Harrison, which will take us down to about 18, or with Dak Prescott about 28. And that's without really doing much other than procedural work on Lyle Collins and Zeke Elliott's deal. Okay, right? We got $4 million extra right there. So from the standpoint of the doom and gloom where we don't have any money to do anything, I'm going to ask you this. What more would you like to do for this team? Because you have money to do almost anything that you want to, if you really want to. Because there's other things you can do to get more money if you really want it. You could take Zach Martin's deal right down here. Zach Martin, who is right here. You can convert some of this. You can grab $8 million right there. Hold on, let me move. Let's see if I can. Okay. I get the screen on the wrong thing. Sorry. You could take Tyrone Crawford and you could cut him and save $8.5 million. That's more money that you can get right there. So if there was a guy that you say we really want to get, they can get it and still have change left over. That's why they're able to go ahead and look at Poe, because we have all this money. So my question is, why aren't we doing Dak Prescott's deal? Why aren't we getting it done? It's been, 8 months of supposed negotiations? 8 months. We've been fortunate that Pat Mahomes hasn't gotten his, or Deshaun Watson. When those two guys get their deal, that's going to raise the roof anymore. I know some of you are going to say, because he wants $40 million. No, he doesn't want $40 million. He's actually looking for a 4-year deal, as opposed to the Cowboys wanting a 5. And he just basically wants to make sure I get more money than Carson Wentz or Jared Goff. And that's reasonable, because they got their deal last year, and what happens every year is that money goes up. And the NFL is flush with cash as long as, I guess, we don't head for a Great Depression. If we head to a Great Depression, well, that might be a little different then. But other than that, we should be good to go. So I ask you, why have we not gotten this thing done? We've heard rumors today that Dak Prescott and his camp aren't happy and that he won't play on the franchise tag. We are going to have to hit the ground running this year. It's clear that, they're talking about it's going to take some time for this stuff to get together. The kids are out for the rest of the year. So when is school in? June? So we're talking about 2 months right there, minimum. And depending on if you guys keep your ass at home or not, how long this is going to be. This thing has doubled in cases since last Friday. So when this thing does open up, it's going to be a short window for getting ready. Dak is asking basically for about 34, 35 is what we're hearing, Brandon. not anything that's outlandish, Dak will be not Mark Holmes. Okay, then who are you if you're not Mark Holmes? Will be the next Dak, next Kirk Cousins. Okay. Why would Dak sit out? He may do. Here's what I think he'll do. I think he might do something like a Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson, after having already having an $87 million contract, I think it was. Forgive me. $87 million contract, told Seattle, if I do not get a long-term deal by the 15th of April, I will never sign a long-term deal with you again. Ever. And they got it done on the 15th. He put them on blast, let them know. DeMarcus Lawrence basically said, I'm not getting my shoulder worked on until you get my deal done. Zeke Elliott didn't show up to camp until he got his deal done. So it may end up being, wow, 444. That's kind of amazing. Number watching. Power 4. It may end up being that that's the only way Dak Prescott can get a deal. And you say, why would he sit out, with $30 million on the line? Because you're talking about 5 years into his career. 5 years. When you think that Kirk Cousins will now be guaranteed making $200 million. Kirk Cousins right now could break his leg and he's still going to get another $90 million. He could never play another snap again and he will still get another $90 million. Alex Smith blows his leg out, spiral fracture, gets an infection that almost makes him lose his leg. The Redskins are still paying him. You're Dak Prescott. You've already spent 4 years risking your life when the average life expectancy for a player is 3 years. And when you look at the Dallas Cowboys, how many quarterbacks make it to a second contract since free agency? Right now, Tony Romo. So you're looking at all these quarterbacks that have come through and have not had an opportunity for a second contract. So if you're a player, you're looking at for your longevity. You don't know what play is going to be your last play. Fact of the matter. Call Dak's bluff and draft Hurts. Okay, Henry. And you do that, you're going to hurt your team in other spots because quarterback is a spot that you don't need help in. And if you set the precedent, I'd be okay with you saying we're going to call a bluff if you would say that we don't pay guys, but you turn around and paid D-Law. You turn around and paid, Jalen Smith before you had to. You turn around and paid Zeke before you had to. So if you're paying all of these guys who had decent contracts to begin with, and you're not going to pay me, well, I don't understand the hate for that guy. He's never been suspended for, whatever reasons. He's never, he didn't have just 2 good years like, say, D-Law and became, highest paid defensive end. This guy shows up. Roger Dodger, how you doing? Bradley Brewer, let's see. Uh-oh. Cowboys Nation 1971, you're wrong, selective memory. Boy, Tierra, you in 71, you two are kind of always at it a bit there, aren't you? No money for Dak. But if he sits out, Mark, we have Cooper. You know what? I'm going to go and take my shot early. Do you really think Cooper Rush is going to do anything?
May win one game.
You know.
May win one game.
As much, here we go. Let me rap to you. Okay? As much as some people make it out to seem like all you got to do is, we put anybody back in there, they can be quarterback. With this team we got. want you to understand, 2014, we were the no catch away from the NFC Championship game. True, we lost to Marco Murray, but we still had Darren McFadden. Was it Run DMC, who had, not even starting the whole season, had over 1,000 yards. In fact, we had the fourth best rushing attack in the NFL. We had, back then, 2015, I can look and say that was the best offensive line in football. That offensive line was better than what we've had the last 2 years. Because you didn't have Tyron Smith missing games. You had a young Zach Martin. You had Travis Fredrick before he retired and had the helium bars. You had Ron Leary. And you had Doug Free. You had those guys. Those guys. We had a defense that went from 19th to 16th that got better after 2014. And you know what happened without Tony Romo? We had Matt Castle, who at one time was a Pro Bowl player, actually played really well in New England. That guy, we got one game, and I won't credit him for that game. That was Deshaun Jackson fumbling on the 6-yard line, running backwards on the punt that gave us that game. You had Kellen Moore throwing interceptions all over the place, and you had Brandon Whedon that you wish that maybe he was on some weed or something, who couldn't throw to his left, and we continued to make him throw to his left. Out of 12 games, those guys won one. It's funny because we took that team. The only change was you replaced Darren McFadden with Zeke Elliott. Production-wise, we had the fourth best rushing attack when we had Darren McFadden to, I think, second with Zeke. It moved up a little bit, I will give you that. But Dak won 13 games when those other guys won one. So if you believe that Cooper Rush can just walk in here and just do great things, buddy, you need to put down the liquor bottle. I'm sorry. That's not the case. Cooper Rush is, and here is the craziest thing about this. Cooper Rush, his deal is $2.1 million, which is more than what Dak Prescott made in any single year as a quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys. In fact, his first 3 years were basically that $2.1 million. Now, I don't understand why it is that whenever it comes up with money and Dak Prescott, everybody has this attitude, well, he should be grateful that he's the Dallas Cowboys quarterback, that, he's ungrateful and, get his ass out of here. I don't seem to understand that because from where I see it, the guy who has, if we take his rushing touchdowns and his passing touchdowns, in the first 4 years of their career, there are only 2 quarterbacks that have more scores. Dan Marino and Peyton Manning. He's third on the list. And let's go even here. Okay, let's forget, because for some reason people don't want to count as 21 rushing touchdowns. I get that, okay? But you know that Carson Wentz and him are tied at 97 touchdown passes each, which is ninth to start out a career in passing touchdowns. And understand that the Dallas Cowboys are a running first team with an idiot coach when they had Jason Garrett. Think about that. You didn't look at the Philadelphia Eagles and say they're a running team, now did you? But yet somehow, some way, even with the 2017 regression when he had nobody to throw to, still has 97 TD passes. Now I say again, you believe that Cooper Rush, who has never started a game, that you're better off saying, Dak, take a hike and have that guy start? Wow. Mike J. Julius serving 71-81. Shane, Eagleheads. Dak played more games. Oh, but you know what? You're right. Eagles landed. You're right, because my quarterback stayed healthy. It's true. He did have more games. But you know what's amazing, though? Here's the amazing thing. Dak played 9 more games, but only has 1 more interception than your guy. Your guy. Think about that. And guess what? Your guy in less games has, I believe, 11 more fumbles in 9 less games. So your guy is leading in those two categories. But you don't mention that, though, do you? The same way I don't show that clip of Dak Prescott and the Cowboys, right? Right? You know, come on now, Eagles, Eagles. You know your guy's a fumble machine. Come on, man. Because that's what the Dallas Cowboys do, Eagles landed. The reason is Jerry Jones likes to have the limelight. Listen, think about it this. Eagles, you guys, after all those years of ineptitude, okay, of waiting, and I know our trophies are dusty and they're old, but you still ain't caught up to us, have you? Have you? You got one. Congratulations, you finally got one. But you know your guy is a fumbling machine. Be honest. Be honest. Well, I can't honestly look at Zeke. Zeke had his numbers, but there were games where Zeke Elliott just did not appear. Because I will give you this much. And here's the thing. Here's the thing that's interesting. I didn't finish watching. Maybe I'll watch it tomorrow. But I started watching the Minnesota game. The Minnesota game, we marched down the field, first drive, and our field goal kicker misses the field goal. Gives them great field position. Our defense, 2 screen passes, give up like 35 yards. Like 35 yards. They go down the field, get a touchdown. And then I'm looking at the next drive. I'm looking at sure first downs where guys have got the ball right here, drop the ball. I get it. You look at it and say it's just the quarterback. But if the quarterback delivers the ball right here and they don't catch it, that's the quarterback? That's the quarterback. We led the league in drop passes. We had a kicker that missed 10 field goals. 10 freaking field goals. We had a defense that either played great or they played piss poor. We had a running back that sometimes you get 120 yards and other games you get 48. And we have one of the worst coaches in the NFL that when they use play action, ended up blowing the doors out of people. When we didn't, we lost, and he continued not to use it. Now, I'll point to it and say it. When we beat your ass the first time, guess what? I think it was 33% of the time we did play action. We ate your ass alive. Here it is. Second game, we run it 8% of the time. And couldn't do crap. I will give it to you. Eagles, you guys played a great game. My team came out and looked like they were at a funeral. And I'm betting that they figured that it was going to be Jason Garrett's funeral. And they came out and they played like we don't want to be here. You can't honestly look at that team and think that they came actually to try and play a game. They didn't. Wentz is Phillip Rivers' case closed. No, Phillip Rivers stays healthier than Carson Wentz. Blake, you're very welcome, man. I appreciate that. Roger Dodger, hit the like button. Miss Jackie, consistency was our problem in 2019. Oh, I agree with that 100%. 100%. Hold on. I'm sorry. Let me check this real. I don't mean to check this, but something flashed across my screen. I just want to see if it's. Oh. Okay. Well, let me see if you guys see this. Okay. I've got a brother of mine who does. You've seen my crazy knife, right? You've seen that knife, right? That I use when I get my pork shoulders and stuff. My brother Tony, he makes the knives. He used to live in Alaska like an Eskimo. He hunts moose and shit like that. Okay, he's a salmon fisherman, and he's been out with the boats and stuff. So he's in survival mode, and so this is the way I like my Redskins right here. I hope you guys can see this. Can you see that? Can you see that hog? That's the way them hogs should be right there. Strung up, skin. And when he's finished with them, he turns into this. Bacon! Delicious bacon! Yeah. So there's some use for your Redskins after all. So anyway, I'm sorry about that. Connor Williams to center, Connor McGoven to left guard. That's possible. Or you could have Joe Looney actually play guard as well. He can play either one. What they'll do is they'll probably have competition in camp. So we'll see which way that all goes. So, is it already? Wow, it's already 10 o'clock. Oh, did I bump the... Oh, damn. Okay, you know what? My belly hit the button. My belly... Oh, and now... Damn that camera. Damn you, camera. I think I need to do a factory reset on it because it's having issues. It is having issues, and then I have to change up. Boom, and reboot it. Was the shot? Yes, it was sent out. The shot glasses were sent out actually today. I sent a bunch of. How many did we send out today? Was it 12? He ain't listening to me. Look at it. Look at that. Hey, Mike. How many shot glasses did we send out today? Was it 10 or 12?
Somewhere, something like that.
Okay.
I know I did, I think 10 of. No, I think
Alright.
it was like 11 of them, because I did 3 of them today.
Okay, so, yeah, I did send them out today, so maybe, today's Monday, maybe Wednesday or Thursday you should get them, okay?
Next time we get their emails and send it like that.
Glenn Arrington, thank you very much. Tuned in late with Travis Fredrick Triangle will change the draft. Thoughts?
I don't know that it's going to... Well, you may look at an offensive lineman, I would say probably about the third round, maybe. I still think they're going to go defense, looking at either cornerback or defensive lineman first. Maybe the second you look at a center or the third. You love that logo for the shot glasses? Yeah, I'm going to try and see if I can get that ordered tomorrow. I'm going to check and see if they're going to still be able to do them. When Wentz goes down, we still succeed. When you had Nick Foles, Brandon, did you win the playoff game this year when he went down the first quarter? Did you win that one? I don't think I must have missed that game. I think I missed that game, didn't I? Because your guy, he ain't. I'm sorry. He just. Carson, sorry. It's just Carson Wentz is. Yeah, I don't remember you guys winning in the playoffs when he went down. Did I miss that? Here comes the no wide receiver. Right, there you go, Brandon. Yeah, here. Oh, he didn't have people around him. He didn't. Shot glass, please.
Purelay 0720, shot glass, please.
If you're a channel member, I will send you one directly. Email me at cowboysmark94 at Gmail, which is right down here. If you're not, you can also get one. You can order one at cowboyjobu.com. I'm going to order some more because I'm down to like 30 right now. You won the division, and we won it the year before, okay? It happens. You probably won't win it again next year because nobody repeats in the FCs. I don't remember the Cowboy. Oh, that's a good one. I'll give you that one. That's a good one. All right, so here's what I need you guys to do. If you've become a channel member, and I have not sent you a shot glass, I miss a lot of stuff because I get a lot of emails. I got people on Marco Polo, I got Facebook Messenger, I got Instagram Messenger, I got Twitter, I got YouTube. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. So sometimes I miss things, and I had 2 shot glasses that came back, returned to sender, address unknown. I'll pull those out tomorrow and try and find out who you guys are if you're missing. So let me know. We'll get them out to you guys and so on. So if you have your shot glass, Lord knows we need, with everything that's going on, we need a good drink right now. Okay? So get your shot glass ready. You got your shot glass? You got your shot glass ready. And if you're not of age, any tasty beverage will do. Okay? Any tasty beverage. I apologize because I didn't get everybody added from the last couple. I'll get you added before Friday night. Now listen, this thing we don't know. We just don't know. The best thing to do is keep your ass at home if you can. Shout out to all the people who are keeping the country running, the truck drivers, the people at the grocery stores, the pharmacies, the police, the firemen, the medical staff, all you people that are going 100% and making sure the rest of us can still function. It's going to be some hard times and things, but here's the thing. The more people get sick, the longer this thing is going to stay out here. So what we have to do, Howard Floyd, did you email? If you haven't gotten it yet, email me so that way I can check to see if I sent it to you. If not, I can get it to you. Email me with your address. Let's look out for each other. There's going to be people out there that just need a phone call just to keep touch with people, okay? Check and make people are okay. You know, maybe you cook a little extra dinner for somebody who, you know, might not have some. It's, you know, an older person or somebody who's not a good cook and stuff. We need to look out for each other. So shout out to all you channel members, all you guys that are subscribers, all you people out there that are doing the best that you can. Thoughts and prayers to each and every one of you guys. Big C and from Tennessee. All right, man. I'd invite you over, but see, right now, buddy, we ain't inviting anybody over because, well, we keep it our ass at home. and we're keeping everybody's ass out for now. But the last thing I'm going to say is this.
Why in the hell would the Dallas Cowboys do this? Seriously! Seriously!
You didn't listen to me last week.
You're going to bring...
All right, so. Oops, wrong one. We had a little bit of fun. I'm just messing up tonight. We had a little bit of fun. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Talking to you all keeps me sane. All right? So it's time to turn out the lights. Listen, keep your ass at home. Keep it at home. All right? And I'll see you guys soon.
The party's over. They say that all good things must end. Call it a night. The party's over. And tomorrow and next year starts the same old thing again.